Hello friends, my name is James. And this is my 1965 Alberg 30 sloop Triteia. We are on a mission to sail around the world and see as much of this beautiful planet as possible. We are currently working our way through the South Pacific, and I can't wait to show you everything we see. Got the dinghy in the water. Now it's time to wrestle the outboard onto the dinghy in these bucking seas here in the lagoon, and head into the village and check it out, see what it's all about. And I think this afternoon I'm gonna haul up and move over. There's a resort that supposedly has more protected anchorage and is not as bucky as this. So we're gonna haul up this afternoon and head over there, and that's where we'll stay until we leave Tikehau. So let's get this outboard on without losing it in the sea and head into the village. I don't have a map of this village, so I'm just gonna wander around. Popped in that little dive shop, pretty cool. Look pretty nice. Might see if they have package dives over there for while I'm here. Let's see if we can find a store or something.
Libre service. Libre service Tuherahera de Tikehau.
Got some stuff in the little shop. The guy looked up. He was having a grumpy phone call, and then he looked up while he was checking out and saw my hat. It says Hawaii, and he smiled and was like, "Oh, are you from Hawaii?" I said, "Oh, I'm from Los Angeles, but I sailed here from Hawaii." He was like pretty stoked. He spoke good English. And I went back in and asked him where I could mail some postcards, and he told me. So that's cool. We're gonna go find the post office, pick up some stamps for postcards. He said, turn here. The rooster's telling us what morning it is. Turn here and you go 500 meters. It's on the right. Boy, I tell you, Tuamotus ain't got no shortage of little churches with red steeples. Got my postcards mailed off, which is cool. People speak good English here. I speak terrible French, but I try my best. Let's walk out and check out these shallows. See if we can get a peek. Oh yeah, I can see Triteia. This looks like a outdoor chapel. Might be under construction. This atoll has such a different feel than Rangiroa. Very different. Like geographically, like the geology feels different. Like I said before, the land feels higher. There's like this inner coral thing that I didn't see anywhere around Rangiroa. I guess over near Motufama there was some of it, but the village is also interesting the way it's laid out. It's like the post office was quite a ways from the quay and like the wharf area. Just kind of the buildings and stuff are just intermixed in with the houses. There's not like a central village here. I guess it was sort of that way at Rangi as well, but yeah, it's curious. We'll wander around a little bit more and then head back to Triteia and haul up and move to a better anchorage. I managed to buy a Vini hotspot card. I bought 5 hours of, it's like internet access at Vini hotspots. They have a Vini hotspot at the post office I just left. And I paid, I don't remember how much I paid. I think I paid like 10 bucks or 15 bucks or something like that for 5 hours. So I was able to get online just now, check some stuff out, check some emails, respond, whatnot. I also checked out Google Maps while I had internet and looked at a map of the village, and there's a very interesting sort of attraction over on the ocean side of the atoll. So we're gonna walk over and see what that's all about and just kind of poke around a little bit. So I'm walking through across the atoll now through this on this little trail, and it's interesting. All the palms look very intentionally forested, probably for copra production and gathering and whatnot, but they're all spaced out kind of equally, so it's unusual to be in a place kind of wild like this and to see that sort of structure. I mean, I think used to, and maybe still, that was their primary and only economy. Nowadays, black pearl cultivation and farming is a bigger money maker than copra, but it is very curious to see everything all these trees gridded out like this. And then every once in a while you'll come across like houses that are just kind of off to the side here and there. But it's very unusual. Wow, crazy. These like lava features are so cool. Reminds me a lot of Iceland. There's this formation in Iceland called White Shirt, is the English translation, that I visited, and it's like a very big version of this. This is really neat. Let's take a peek down at the coral. The sand is coral sand, so it feels very different. Very coarse. Everything smells like campfire. People are constantly have these burn pits where they burn their trash. They also burn palm fronds and coconut shells and stuff. But everything has this smell of like campfire kind of constantly. I don't know if these markings in the stone, or I mean in the coral, if they're like fossils or what the deal is. So if you're a learned person that knows about impressions in coral, please in the comments tell us what it is, but it's pretty cool. I'm like trying to get around this without getting my phone wet, but it's getting deep. sucker. Shit. So, I believe this is the spot that I saw on the map. And I don't know how to pronounce it in French. Whoa, blinnies. Sorry, I got distracted by the blinnies. Oh, there's a lot of them. Wow. They're so fast. Sorry, I got distracted by the blinnies. I don't know how to pronounce the name of this spot in French. I'll put it on the screen right now. But the story, from what information I could find online, the story is there was a princess of the atoll was bathing here, and a bell rung, and all the water pulled out, and then the bell rung again, and then it came in again. So I'm not sure if it drowned her and she became these rocks or what. I know in Iceland, off of the town of Vik, there are these large old cores of volcanoes that have been eroded, these structures, and the story behind those is that there were these giant ogres that had gone out, you know, into the sea, and then they were coming back too late at night or too early in the morning, and when the sun hit them they turned into these stones. So it's cool to find out these different sort of stories that are similar in places that are wildly different on opposite sides of the globe. So I'm going to keep wandering through the lava field, and we'll make our way back up to the road. Once I was back around the internet, I looked up the story. The pronunciation is La Cloche De Hina. Hina was the princess of Tikehau. She would come down to this beach, strike a lava formation, it would ring like a bell, and the seas would fill in the shallow pools so she could bathe. Once she was done bathing, she would strike the lava rock again, and the waters would recede back into the sea. The fascinating part about this story is the fact that the stone actually existed. It was a lava formation that would ring and resonate like a bell when struck. Unfortunately, it was broken in August of 1989 because people got to ruin everything. But it is a really neat story for this absolutely stunning location. Those are fairy terns. Pretty small, and they're very beautiful. Just enjoyed a delicious fish burger at the snack restaurant, and now it's time for me to skedaddle back to the boat. If you enjoy the content on this channel and would like to contribute, you can consider joining the Patreon crew. Thanks for watching. Fair winds until next time.